Hey, what's up, Wayfinders? We're back with some more Dark Souls. And since I love to stay in the know, I figured I would also add that Sony just had their State of Play for the... I don't even know how many times they've had it this year, but the point is we got some news, some updates, and I was lucky enough to be able to catch... Well, I only caught a half... Well, not even a half hour. I caught some of it, but I was able to catch up to the rest before I got started here, so I figured I would share with you my opinions. Since I do so love opining on things like this, I would love to not die! That was a really shite situation that, honestly, if I was in any other state, would have probably died quickly. Like, painfully quickly. The fact that I had a massive health pool is the only reason I survived that. So, first up for the State of Play was a new game called Concord from Firewalk Studios. On one hand, I'm happy to see a new IP coming out. I really am. But when I saw the gameplay trailer, my first thought, the very first thought that came out my head was, great. Another arena shooter aping off of Overwatch. In the most legitimate sense, I couldn't care less. On top of that, the first... I figured maybe 10 minutes was... No, 10 minutes is way too long. Let's call it the first 2 minutes. I don't want to be overly hyperbole. I want to be fair. The first 2 minutes was a pre-rendered cutscene that was nothing more than an introduction to the character. Look, guys, I know you worked hard at this and you want to show off everything you've done. But 100% honestly, let's be transparent here. If you're not going to show us gameplay, I'm not interested. Certain there's others that feel the same, but since I can only speak for myself, I'm not interested if you're not showing off gameplay. I feel that's not too harsh, just because like anybody can make a pre-rendered cutscene. I'm sorry, but it's true. As for the gameplay itself, each character looked like they were well fleshed out. They had completely different kits. I mean, it's what you'd expect from an arena shooter like that. It really is. So much salad dressing. You know, on one hand, great for you guys for coming up with all these characters. I think they also mentioned every week there's going to be a new little, I think they called it a vignette. I'm guessing it's just like a little pre-rendered animation to progress the story of the game itself, the game world. But at the same time, I was like, look, I really hope you've got these actors on contract, because you just locked them into something massive. And on top of that, I hope nothing changes in the story. Because if it's a weekly thing, you either need to pre-record all of it, which is the most likely option, or you're giving your team a week to work on every step, and that includes production and post-production. That's just not enough time. Especially if you're going to try to make it all pre-rendered like the trailer that you showed us. Now, if it's in the game engine, it's probably going to be easier just because you've already got the tools there, active and ready to go. I'm raising my eyebrow here. The eyebrow hath been raised. This one, that's going to be a skip for me just because I'm not interested in that type of game. I don't think I recovered anything from that, but I'm not too worried about it. Oh! Corvian! Corvian, why? Corvian, why? No! No, not the pack! Not the pack! My face! Ah, it hurts my face! Let's see, the second announcement I cared even less about. God of War Ragnarok released for PC. Look. God of War released 2 years ago. Now that's not long for us normal humans, like me and you, who are absolutely, completely normal humans. I swear I'm a normal human. But in the video game world, Ragnarok's been played by just about everybody who wants to play it. Again, I'm happy Santa Monica Studios is being allowed to work on a PC release, but look, I know some of the first mods that are going to come out of this game, and just like everything else, I'm not interested. This does not appeal to me. I'm sure it appeals to someone. I'm sure there are people that are hype and ready to go for all their crazy mods on PC. I know there's going to be uncapped frame rates. I know that the state of your build is basically going to determine your experience of the game now. But for the rest of us, we knew this was a Sony product. Santa Monica's been a Sony studio for, heck, I don't know how long it's been a Sony studio, but it's been a while. I don't think many were waiting for it. Now, I will say the big thing that gave me interest in is, since Santa Monica is a purely Sony studio, and it's gotten a PC release, what does that mean for other seemingly Sony exclusives that have not seen a PC release, and will they get the same treatment? We'll see. And no, I'm not talking about Bloodborne. I'm sorry to say it to all of you, but there is so much nonsense tied up in a potential Bloodborne PC release, in a Bloodborne remake. Bloodborne is Sony exclusive, but the rights to Bloodborne are owned by Front Software, and that joint ownership is probably going to hold up just about anything either team wants to do. That's something you gotta understand and accept looking forward. If they can come to an agreement, then yeah, I'm 100% down. Where's that 23,000? There it is. Then I'm 100% down for whatever both of them can come up with. But until the point that they can agree with, get along with each other, I don't see it happening. This is not like a Demon's Souls situation where Sony maintains the core rights. Oh look, it's the first boss from... Hi, Snow. It's the first boss from Demon's Souls, which I just brought up. Also, I have heard news that Blue Point Studios, who did the remake for Demon's Souls, really wants to do their own IP. And you know what? I'd say let them. Looking at what they did with Demon's Souls, looking at what they did for Shadow of the Colossus, I mean, they clearly have got heart behind everything they do, and they care about the history of the industry. Let's see what they can pull off when they don't have a former project to work on. Next big thing I saw, Dynasty Warriors Origins. I actually don't know how I feel about this one. And my reason is because one of the things about Dynasty Warriors is a hyper-powerful main character with a ton of cannon fodder enemies to just go through, right? That's just par for the course for the Demon Souls Dynasty Warriors experience. We all know that. But this looked like it was going to have a singular main character. And one of the things about Dynasty Warriors, at least all the ones I've ever played, was that you get multiple characters that each have a defining weapon. I am curious to see what the plan is. The meme I've always heard is that Dynasty Warriors is simply the same story, because it's always the Romance of the Three Kingdoms, told over and over again. I've only played a couple of those, and only one of them in any meaningful capacity, so I cannot speak confidently about that. Please tell me I can open a gate somewhere. I believe this is the gate I was just talking about. Potentially. Locked by some contraption. There's going to be a lever. Either way, I'm curious to see more about it, but off the cuff, I am hesitantly not really that interested in this one. The whole one character Dynasty Warriors is not selling me. They're gonna have to do something interesting. Well, now that I'm on fire, I'm sure I'll be fine. I really need to find a way to get closer to a bonfire. This is getting ridiculous. Let's see what else was announced. Infinity Nikki. Or Nikki. I don't know how they're going to pronounce it. This is a project I've actually had my eyes on for a while. Not in any I'm going to play it kind of way. It doesn't interest me in the slightest. But the oh, what's the word? It begins with a P. Premise. The premise of the game fascinates me. So, it's an open world RPG, but it's also like a dress-up adventure. You play as it's fashion. But it's open world RPG with the kind of cutesy anime style that I would expect from a Tales of RPG. The premise alone fascinates me. One of the things about video games for a long time is that violence and conflict has kind of come hand in hand with the industry. Really easy way to compel somebody. There's a guy. Go fight him. Apparently, I did not know there was a version of it called Dress Up Nikki. But yes, it is getting an open world version. I heard about this a while ago. I've been keeping an eye on it, an ear to the ground to hear any news, and I was surprised to see a full-on trailer. You know what? If they can pull it off, that's awesome. I would love to see more video games that venture outside of just fighting as a compelling storytelling thing. I would like to see what they do with it. Having said that, again, I can't stress enough, I have zero interest in playing this game. This is not my style of game. Not that big into it. Now, the other one is Where Winds Meet. It was a very short trailer that didn't tell us a whole lot. I was also confused because I couldn't really tell what was gameplay footage and what was pre-rendered. Within reason. Anymore it's hard to tell what's in and out of engine. But, much like Ghost of Tsushima, it seemed intensely Japanese. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It reminded me of what I would imagine a video game version of old kung fu movies would be like, especially with that scene in the end with the two guys, like, very clearly wire-fu floating over bamboo. It was so old-style kung fu, and it was intriguing. I'm going to be keeping an eye on that one. I'm going to have to go back and watch the trailer again. I would love to see where we're going with that. Where is the well? I saw it earlier. It's on the other side of this building, isn't it? I have to go under the well where the wheel skeletons are. I am not looking forward to fighting wheel skeletons with this weapon. There was another one that interested me. Ballad of Antara is what it's called. Again, new IP. Hyped to see it. Ah, the thing I was talking about. I looked away. Apparently it's going to be a free-to-play action RPG, but when I was looking at it, the first thought that came to my head halfway through the trailer, I'm kind of tired of open-world fantasy settings. That does not mean the game's going to be bad. It just means I'm interested in seeing something brand new. I'm not, again, this, much like where the winds, trees, where the meats grow, where the wild things are, I'm not writing it off. I'm just, that is so frickin' brilliant. I'm sorry, I've got to just, ah! No! No, no, no! The wheel skeletons. A nightmare. A bloody nightmare. By the way, these are all just real quick rundowns. I'm not going to do full breakdowns of the state of play. Unless that's something people are interested in which case I'm maybe sure. There was 2 VR games. One was a new game. What was it called? Behemoth. I will say it was one of the most annoying trailers to watch with chat on, because everybody was just screaming Skyrim in VR too. I did not get that as a read at all. But it's really hard for me to have an opinion on a game that I don't have the system for. I don't have a VR2, I don't have a VR1. I'm not terribly interested in VR games. I feel like the medium is extraordinarily limited and limiting. There's quite a lot you just can't do in VR because you're restricted by the VR nature of the game. And I am playing really horribly right now. But obviously one was the Behemoth, the other one was an Aliens game. Look, I'm going to make a real confession to everybody right now. I've never seen the movie Alien. I've never seen any movie from that series. It doesn't really impress on me. VR version of it. Marvel Rivals. Jeez, this game. Yet another arena shooter in the style of Overwatch, but this time with Marvel characters. Marvel heroes like Scarlet Witch, Spider-Man. I'm trying to remember all the characters I saw. Star-Lord was in it. Lotus. Rocket Raccoon was in it. Okay. I'm not going to play it. It's another arena shooter. My problem with arena shooters is they are not viable long term. It is effectively an always online idea, so the servers have to be maintained, except for the one time, eventually, when the servers are going to get shut down. At the same time, they have this nasty habit of always having a battle pass, which begs for your time. No, I decline. I've had enough of battle passes for one lifetime. It is one fad I would love to see die. Until Dawn gets a remake. It's getting a remake. That is all. It's been exactly one console generation since the game came out. I will leave it up to you to decide if that's too soon. I have no opinions on it one way or another. I have heard good things. I have also heard massive criticisms for Until Dawn. Path of Exile 2 got a trailer. Path of Exile, just from the gameplay trailer they showed, which, by the way, thank you for having a gameplay trailer. More companies need to understand that we want to see gameplay. We don't just want to see cutscenes over and over. Oh, you do have opinions that for things that happen in State of Play, Jonas. Trust me, I know you do. I'm getting there. Path of Exile looks similar to Diablo. Top-down isometric. What interested me most about it is that apparently it is couch co-op. Oh, words I haven't heard in ages. What was that? Can I replicate that? Oh, wow! That's... Oof. I don't know what happened there. Disappearing staircase, thy name is Dark Souls. This is a test bench level, so I'm not gonna hold it against them. If the rest of the game holds up, but it's just the test bench that's kind of wonky, is that really bad? Oh, the decaying dragon. Are you about to blow decay all over? Are you about to blow your decayed load all over the place? I need to get the heck out of Dodge. Oh, you're crawling! Way! Throw some more decay down here. Not up there, I said down here. You jit. Oh. Ah! Decay! And it does tons of damage. Of course it does. Heck. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's bad. That's very bad. Why did I kick? Oh, he swipes. Swiper, no swiping. I'm really glad I keep using that as my escape route because it's giving me this fight. I expected that to be infinitely harder than it actually was. I'm just gonna say that right now. Ah, yes, the Silent Hill 2 remake. I don't know how Silent Hill 2 as a game is going to play with modern audiences. And the reason I say that is from what I have come to understand. It's moving. Am I actually doing damage to this? Like, is it going to fall off if I do enough? From what I understand about Silent Hill 2, a lot of it is mental manifestations of the main character's sexual frustration. That's why the enemies were all big-titted nurses. And then, of course, you have Pyramid Head, who shows up by words that I'm not allowed to say, or I'm going to get in trouble by various platforms, a monster when you first see him. So, yeah. Interested to see how that's going to happen. In news that my daughter was overwhelmingly excited for, Team Asobi, who I heard a rumor had, I don't want to say separated from Sony, but kind of gained a little bit of independence from Sony, in that they're not just a branch studio anymore. They are their own thing, which, hooray for them! A little bit of studio independence. Never hurt anybody. They're releasing a pseudo-sequel to their VR game for the PS4, which was an Astrobot game, and then the Astro's Playroom that came out for PS5. My daughter's played Astro Playroom. I've gold crowned every single level. We both enjoy it. It's really cute. It's really fun. And this one, I did not see a massive VR logo. I am super excited about that. It doesn't look like it's going to be locked off for people that don't have the VR system, which is something that I hate when it just gets, when content gets locked off. Big ball. But the big reveal, and I heard this, I heard the rumor that this was going to happen. I was overjoyed to see it. Was a gameplay trailer for Monster Hunter Wilds. The trailer itself is just short of 3 minutes long, and honestly, I wish it had been better. It didn't really show a whole lot about what we're gonna get with Monster Hunter Wilds, but one thing I saw that I was 100% interested in, and I can't wait to play this. Your character got knocked over, as you do in a Monster Hunter game. They whistled, and that little dog companion we saw in the reveal trailer came up, picked him up, and moved him out of the way. Also, I don't think either of the monsters that were shown were monsters that we've encountered already. I think they both are new, although one of them might have been an Arzuros because it looked like a giant freaking bear. Again, it's all speculation. We don't know a whole lot right now. We also saw more Sandstorm. We saw 2 weapons, a heavy bowgun, and what I think is a greatsword. It looked awful skinny for a greatsword, but I mean, well, again, this is a whole lot of wait and see. I really love that my weapon allows me to kill these guys at range, so I don't have to deal with their toxic blood all the time. Ah! But you gotta be smart enough to actually kill them at range. Which I am most assuredly not. I didn't see any other biomes than the desert/plains that we saw in the original reveal. So there's no news on that front. And while I have heard reliably and repeatedly that it will be open world, there was no information on exactly what form that would take. I will say during the trailer, the player character fired an SOS beacon, and everybody showed up on that bird dog looking thing. I am assuming that is the primary mode of transportation for players, which leads me to believe it will be just a massive open world. And that creature is the primary means by which you are meant to navigate. Now, a couple fears I have. This greatsword looks different, smaller than any other greatsword I've ever seen. And you've got that as your melee, and then of course the heavy bowgun as your ranged. My fear, which I hope is just needless paranoia, is that they're gonna drop all 14 weapon types in lieu of sitting you with just those two. Here's your ranged, here's your greatsword, that's what you get. Could they do it? Oh, they could absolutely pull that off, and it could be something spectacular. But I hesitate to see them just drop everything they've worked on. Having said that out loud and voiced my absolutely irrational fears, let me just say it's entirely possible that all we saw was a starting thing. This is the tutorial cutscene where you enter the world and you go in and you do stuff, and you get given a melee weapon and a ranged weapon so that you can figure out which one you like most before you actually meet up with the rest of the Hunter the Hunter's Guild, and then you gain access to the other weapons, of which there are currently 14. There's also looks like there's going to be a similarly heavy emphasis on the story, which is something that we saw in 4 and World, and Rise, though I haven't played Rise enough to comment over much on it. The one thing that shocked the hell out of me is that I swear one of the Palicos talked. Like, said words. I was shooketh. Suffice it to say, that was just about everything that was revealed during the state of play, and obviously I'm a little biased on which one I am most hyped for. But we'll see. There is supposed to be a summer show. So I would like to see if Capcom is going to show anything else about Monster Hunter Wilds. They announced they wanted to show something off for this summer because the game releases next year. A lot of people were saying that's actually going to be in the summer because the Summer Game Fest isn't until mid-June, and so a lot of people were speculating that is where Capcom is going to be doing their big reveal. I really hope this was not all the big reveal was. Yes, we got some combat. For those that were complaining about the small stuff, yes, blood has returned to Monster Hunter. It already did in Rise. I don't know why people complained about the blood missing in World. But yes, that's actually a thing that people were actively complaining about. I shouldn't have taken that hit. That was so easy. There's no reason why I should have failed that. But we've got all of our Estus and 2 Humanity going in. I think, yeah, we've got quite a few twin Humanities. So, focus up. This is Priscilla. She is half dragon, half god. I feel really bad about this, Priscilla. But blame Snowflake, alright? She's the one that said that I need the life hunt scythe. You can talk to her. She will allow you to leave. And you don't even have to fight her, ever. This big, kind, cuddly woman. Having said that, let's go!
I expected as much from thee. Why dost thee hurry toward thine death?
I will say this fight has a very fascinating mechanic. Oh, there she is. Oh, haha, that was a lot of bleed. She's invisible, but her footprints aren't. She just jumped. Where did you go, Priscilla? There she is! Crap! One of the more interesting fights. Oh, that could have been my head! I'm getting real. Oh, she jumped again! I'm trying to use the running swipe because I can stay in motion. Like that. Ah, you see? I never did it! I never fought her before! This is all your fault, Snow. She was so kind and cuddly. She was forced into this world against her will. She was unloved by so many, but you know what? I loved her. She was cute. Well, time to take her soul and turn it into a weapon, yeah? I missed. How did I miss? You're never gonna hit me. You're never gonna hit me with that. Your buddy might have. Ah, I got backstabbed! Why? Ah! How could this happen to me? Wow, that was horrible. Can we just forget that I did that? That was really bad. Hey. Whoopsie. Hold this. You bitch! Dicks! Ha-ha! Ha-ha-ha-ha! I fear no painting guardian. We gotta hurry and get to that blacksmith. Hi, buddy. You know, when you know what you're doing, they're not that scary. Now, I feel something else needs to be addressed. Jonas, if you're still watching, if that even is your name. Am I killing Gwendolyn? I'd rather not. But if you so desire, I suppose I can make it happen. Oh, bollocks. Going to have to bypass these two guardians again. Well, hopefully I am slightly more skilled than I was when I first came through here. And dodge! Very well done, me. Thanks, me. Oh, bollocks. Right! The black eye orb! Should probably handle that, too. Actually, you know what? Let's handle it now. Let's go to our equipment bar. Where's the orb? There's the orb. The herb. Searching for the world of the guilty. Hey, Snow, you remember how Anastasia died and was killed and I was all sad and shit and Firelink Shrine stopped working and it pissed me off? Yeah. We found the guy that caused that. And we're gonna hurt him. We're gonna rough him up. Not you. Not you. No, actually it is you. You are the caster. Hello, caster! Ha! Oh, crap! He dodged! The one thing I could never have expected.
But I thought wrong. 'Tis a terrible pity.
I missed! The other thing I could never have expected.
Not to play. You fellow. No? Don't you agree?
Alright, the caster's gone. I can't heal with that. Excuse me, Lautrec! Uh-oh. By the way, Lautrec hits hard and a lot. No! I want to kill him too! Give me your souls! Look! I got a Firekeeper soul and a Fap ring. Everybody should have a Fap ring. What? What's weird about a Fap ring? Hi, bud. Hi, bud. Hi, bud. Please go away. Ow! Bitch. Wait, you're supposed to lose aggro when you come in here! Could you not kill the very blacksmith I'm planning on using? I wish to make use of dude's services and you're in here smacking him around. Get the hell out! Hi, boss. I know. You're awesome. No, not Lightning Great Scythe. There. The Life Hunt Scythe. Here we go. Yes. Can I roll that back at any time? I really can. That's really cool. Can I reinforce the Life Hunt Scythe? It takes Demon Titanite. Yes. 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 And then I need 4 Demon Titanite for this one. I could use that one little glitch to do it, but I'd already promised I wasn't gonna do that. Do you have Demon Titanite for me to buy, or do I have to go down and kill those bastards? It looks like it's the latter. Great. Now, here's the downside. I don't know the Life Hunt Scythe's scaling. Nor do I know its moveset. Wow. Wait! I take bleed?! Hold on. Hold up. Hold every single phone. So it's B scaling with Dex, E scaling with Strength, no scaling with Intelligence, which is surprising to me. Scythe born of the soul of Priscilla, the stark white crossbreed trapped inside the painted world of Aramis. Even the gods feared Priscilla's life hunt ability, and in the hands of a mortal, its power will turn upon its wielder! Snow! What the crap?! There's got to be a way to mitigate this bleed. Well, we are now playing Dark Souls in hard mode. Luckily, this thing hits like a frickin' truck. Or maybe that's just me. Either way. I have come to hunt life and kill bosses. And you seem to be rather short on bosses at the moment. Look, another player. Fascinating. But yeah, now we've got the Lord Vessel. We've got to go up there to the Duke's Archives. We've got to go all the way down to the Demon Ruins where we went before and we beat the Ceaseless Discharge. We've got to go to the Abyss, the place that we went to even get this scythe. Except even deeper. And the 4th place we've got to go is New Londo. I've only passed through New Londo before. I never actually went into it because I don't like the ghosts. I don't like dealing with them. And since my weapon is not cursed, nor does it have a cursed form, I'm going to have to use the Transient Curse, which lasts 5 minutes and you get 2 of them. Now, the ghosts themselves can drop Transient Curses. So, in all reality, when you're first starting the game out, like I was at one point in my huggy-muggy life, you don't know this stuff. So what you do is you play it super safe, you stay away from all the ghosts, and then your Transient Curse runs out. So you use your second one. And you try to get past all the ghosts, and you're scared because the ghosts are really weird, and they trigger this thing in your head, and you don't like it. So you run out the other Transient Curse, and you don't kill any ghosts because you're scared. And next thing you know, You're out of transient curses, you can't harm the ghost because you don't have any kind of cursed weapon, and you have no way to get transient curses, or to your knowledge, because you can't kill the ghost so they can drop it. Looking back, I can tell you that as a player, what you want to do is you actually want to kill as many of those ghosts as you can feasibly get to in 5 minutes. That way you hopefully can get more transient curses. Alternatively, die to... Oh, I can't teleport to Firelink, even though it's dead. I didn't know about... I'm stupid. I was about to run all the way back. Alternatively, you can get cursed by the basilisks. Let them curse you.
There you are.
There I
I'll be
am.
heading down below shortly. There's
Yes.
nothing worthwhile up above.
Not at
No
all.
worries. Venturing is my life. I'm prepared for the worst.
The worst won't happen. Ha 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 ha!
I'll be heading.
Oh, it's the same thing you said before. I wish you a bold adventure, sir. I wish you all the luck in the world.
Oh, hello there. You've been a stranger these days.
I have.
Tell me about it.
What? Yes, sir.
Why, yes, sir. Thank you for sharing. I'm still an able pyromancer. I'm in your debt. One.
Wait, what? I thought you had to have a pyromancy flame of like 20 before that even happened.
Goodbye then. Come back.
Hold on. I've got to... souls. I've got so many. You gotta give me a second here, alright? Give me a second. I got 3 Proud Knight souls. I got 3 large souls. And then I had a big one. A honking one. Soul of a Brave. Just use all these right in your face and bust these souls up. How do you like that, Laurentius? Does that do anything for you? Watching me just bust souls up like it's nothing? Especially these big ones. How about I bust up this one, this biggest one of all? Boom! You see some more? Boof! One more time. Skadoosh!
Thank you for sharing. I'm still an able pirate. I'm in your...
Alright. I should have more than enough to ascend my pyromancy flame to a degree that it's actually useful. Holy crap, I'm already out again.
Goodbye then.
No! How am I supposed to upgrade my pyromancy flame if you're not here? Shenanigans! I'm gonna have to find a new grind spot. Hold on, I gotta search something up real quick. Yeah. Ah! So, even if Laurentius leaves, which is what I was afraid of, I can still upgrade my pyromancy flame using Quelana. Which is good. I just need to work on my attunement so that I can actually have more pyromancy flames. Alright. Before I talk to friend, before I do that malarkey, I want to come down here and I want to do a thing. That item has been squatting behind that grave this whole time, and I haven't touched it because the skeletons that spawn here were just a skosh too strong for me at the time! But now I am powerful. Now I am strong. Now I am the raid boss. Oh, it's just a large soul of a lost undead. BFD. That would have come in handy like forever and a day ago. Now, not so much. I will be going up top. I will be going back to kill the stray demon, just because I've got this uber powerful weapon. I might as well. Hi, Framped.
Heavens, you have done it. You have retrieved the Lord Vessel.
Yes, I have,
After
you
a
filthy frickin'
1,000
liar.
years, it is you. It is really you.
It is me. Calm down, bud.
Forgive me. I really should calm down.
Yes, you should.
Now, let us take that vessel on a journey.
What kind of journey,
Assume
Framped?
that you are ready. Now, be still.
Why should I be still? You told me we're going on a journey. Framped, what are you doing? No! No, Framped, we can talk about this! Oh, it was disgusting. It was dark and wet. Oh, and it smelled horrible.
This is the Firelink Chamber for the successor of Lord Gwyn. Now, place the Lord Vessel on the altar.
I haven't really gone this way before. I didn't realize there was another Lord Vessel right behind me. It's a bloody shame we have no idea where this exists in context. Why am I buzzing? Oh, I'm getting a bunch of Reddit notifications. Probably because I went off on somebody on the internet like an idiot. Boosh! Be gone! Light in the depths. Be gone, light in the archives. Be gone, light in Izalith. Also, there is no light at New Londo. You can go to New Londo at any time you want. You can start the game, go straight to New Londo. Framped? I need to go topside.
Very well. As Kingseeker, I shall now instruct you, the Lord's successor, in your next task.
Your mustache has gone
Your
all floopy.
fate. Fill the vessel with powerful souls.
Oh, that's not hard. I find powerful souls all the time.
great soul of Gwyn. Scarce few possess
Oh.
such brilliant souls. Grave Lord Nito,
Okay.
the Witch of Izalith,
Okay.
the 4 kings of New Londo,
Now, hold on.
inherited the shards of Gwyn's soul, and Lord Gwyn's former confidant, Seath, the Scaleless. All of their souls are required to satiate the Lord Vessel.
You mean to tell me I gotta beat 7 guys now?
Are you ready? Then
No,
take your
Framped.
turn. Stay still for a moment.
Oh no, I'm not gonna like this, am I? Framp, no, please, can't we find another way? Oh, brush your damn teeth, man! floopy mustache. Heck out of here. Alright. For my last trick, our bonfire seems to be out. I seek to remedy that. Anastasia, return to me. I would talk to you, but I know it bothers you, so I won't. But Firelink Shrine is now active once more. Moving forward, we have to decide which one of the 4 bosses we're going after. I already have a plan for one, which is the Duke's Archives. Not sure if you can see it, and if so, from whence. But the Duke's Archives is the next place I'm planning on going, just because it'll get us access to the DLC. I also need to go back down and go to Ash Lake, but I'm waiting for this guy, which means I've got to beat Izalith before I do Ash Lake. Either way, for now, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you like the video, have something to say, or want to see more of our stuff. To see our most up-to-date stuff, please follow us on Twitch. We also have Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. One of those 3 I actually updated this time, so golf clap for me. But again, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see all of you at the next waypoint. Good night.